The Genesis of Sportiness. The US market G70 will offer a pair of engines, a turbocharged 2.0-liter inline-four rated for 252 horsepower and 260 pounds-to-foot of torque, and a twin-turbocharged 3.3-liter V6 good for a stout 365 horsepower and 376 pounds-to-foot. Outputs are approximate. Exact US market specs won't be finalized until early next year, ahead of a March or April launch sale date as a 2019 model. Both will be available with rear or all-wheel drive, and all models also get a limited-slip rear differential as standard. The same Hyundai-designed 8-speed automatic from the G80 is standard across the board, albeit with specific programming, although the US may also get a special treat in a first-year-only 2.0T with a manual transmission. If that happens, credit Genesis's US arm, which we're told requested the combo. When paired with the 3.3T and put into sport mode, the all-wheel drive system is said to be more reluctant to shift torque from the rear in the interest of driving fun. Says Biermann of this behavior, "It probably wouldn't be in the car without me. Because 1, 2, or 3 aren't enough anymore." The G70 will have 5 chassis modes: Smart, Auto, Normal, Custom, Eco, and Sport. These affect steering weight and response, throttle calibration, engine note, and automatic shift points on all cars, all-wheel drive behavior on those models, and damper firmness on 3.3Ts, which have an adjustable suspension. These dampers might be optional on the 2.0T. All G70s feature launch control and brake-based torque vectoring, where an inside wheel is braked to encourage rotation. The AWD system, which adds roughly 130 pounds regardless of engine, sends 100% of available torque to the rear by default, shifting grunt forward as needed. We don't have curb weights yet, but approximate front-rear weight distributions are claimed to be 52-48% for the rear drive 2.0T, 53-47 for the 2.0T AWD, and 55-45-ish for the 3.3T. The G70 rides on a shorter version of the same architecture employed by the Kia Stinger. In comparison with that car, the Genesis is 5.8 inches shorter overall, 0.8 inch narrower, and the same height, while riding on a wheelbase paired by 2.8 inches. We drove the Korea Spec 2.0T with both rear and all-wheel drive, which differed from what we'll see here mainly in steering tuning, which wasn't yet finalized, as well as ride compliance and tire fitment. Both of these wore 225/45 R18 Bridgestone RE050s but will come on Michelin MXM4 all-season tires in the United States in the interest of highway comfort, as the Michelins better absorb harsh impacts and generate less noise. The 4-cylinder groans a bit and lacks character, and, although the transmission changed gears smoothly and was well programmed in this application, it needed final polish to resolve some occasionally hesitant shifts. Rapid directional changes prompted quickly gathered body roll but nothing in the way of lolling or back and forth bobbing. The 2.0Ts exhibited more brake dive and acceleration squat than we prefer. A firmer suspension calibration expected for the US should fix those. Regarding the work-in-progress electrically assisted steering, the rear driver's rack was numb and efforts excessively light. Surprisingly, the all-wheel drive car had more feel and better weight with more predictable build-up. American G70s, Biermann promises, will have more steering heft and more on-center feel. The V6 car we drove had rear-wheel drive and was a US-focused dynamic edition wearing 225/40 ZR19, front, and 255/35 ZR19, rear, Michelin Pilot Sport 4S tires. It was here that the G70 really came alive. As it does in the G80 and the G90, this engine sounds pleasingly aggressive and effortlessly delivers its power in a predictable way. It doesn't feel overworked in the slightest here, the smaller G70 leaping forward enthusiastically whenever you dip deep into the accelerator. One issue, the car would briefly continue to surge forward when releasing the throttle while in sport mode, a calibration issue that we expect will be ironed out before G70s reach customers. The 3.3T steering was excellent, with the highest fidelity, quick but not overly eager turn-in responses, and the best weight characteristics. We were able to test all versions for a few laps of a short, tight handling course and got comfortable quickly enough to put the car into easily controllable four-wheel slides. The Dynamic Edition was especially eager to play, a constant stream of feedback coming from the Michelins through the driver's seat and steering wheel.